I open up with the incorrect screen. Whoopsie doodle. Hello, and good evening. It is I, Zephyr, once again, to bring you more fun, cozy streaming content. Hello. I am back for what is going to probably be one of, either I'm going to be really exhausted by the end of the day, or actually by the end of the night, or this could go really well and I prove that streamer luck somehow does exist in my world. But no, I am back for another day before New Year's Eve, where we go out and where I'm going to be. I am going to be vibing out for New Year's, where I'm going to be probably just being me for a little bit. Not that I'm never me here, but yeah. New Year's is gonna be fun. I am probably going to be sitting around with more Legends ZA with my personal profile, and I'm just going to be sitting and playing for a bit. Probably doing more shiny hunting because I have a problem. I know when I say I have a problem, and Pokemon shiny hunting is apparently my addiction. And that's all that matters. I don't have a lot to talk about today. Because it's supposed to be kind of like semi-cozy, so we're just gonna be sitting around and vibing like 90% of the day. Or 90% of the stream, I should say, because the real daytime stream is going to be Saturday. That'll also depend if I'm hitting in a downward spiral of shiny hunting into oblivion, or if we're continuing the story for a little bit. It'll all depend. So for those who are new, I am doing a Pokemon Legends ZA Shiny Rank Challenge, which is kind of very similarly coded to what is considered a badge challenge or a shiny badge challenge via earlier games where the badge system was implemented. For Legends ZA, I kind of flavored it a little bit. Oh god. Oh god. No. Don't leave the nightmares. I'm gonna have shiny hunting nightmares. No. But I'm gonna have shiny hunting nightmares. I'm gonna see shiny hunting in my dreams. But no, I am here to vibe tonight. I cannot believe the year is almost gone too. That's also what's doubly crazy. The year is almost gone. I think with the year about to come to a close. That's fair. So yeah. I do want to talk about like a small, I don't want to call it a theme, but I will say there is something I want to do for New Year's, and that is buy essentials, buy, not the word I'm looking for. The words I am looking for is when next year rolls around, what I would like to do is essentially start working to be playing stuff that I enjoy playing. A few too many times I always get swayed by the outside opinions, and then I get sad, and then other things. So next year I'm going to work on, doing and streaming things that make me happy. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube glitches like that. I'm sorry you're having that issue. Yeah. I know YouTube has like this weird glitch or something where it unsubscribes people, and then you have to like resub to get back in. It is stupid, and I do think YouTube does need to work on that. If they do. But for now. But yeah. Big thing for New Year's. I definitely, again, just I want to go off with 2026 with some more good vibes. I feel like I have improved, but I would like I would like the 2026 vibe improvement to be a thing. And I'm hopeful it will. Anywho. Let me slip into the gaming, because that's all I really wanted to talk about. Now you guys get to see my test of sanity and see if my sanity actually stays with me or if it doesn't. But yes, we are doing the Legend ZA Shiny Rank Challenge, and today we are officially going out to find the shiny Pokemon to first join our team, because I made an unfortunate mistake and wrote that it's more of if your luck stays with you or it depletes. Yeah, that is true. But I made a little snafu when I was writing up the rules. I said mission 3 was the starting point. No, I meant to write after playing it yesterday through Tutorial City, I was like, and that's going to be a mission 6. Like, once mission 6 is underway and you've gone to see the Looker Bureau, that's when you go. And in my case, we're hitting up Wild Zone number 1. So, allow me to explain how the shiny odds do work. So the way these shiny odds are going to work, I'm making sure I'm hopeful that my thing is not lagging behind. Anywho, allow me to explain how the shiny hunt works in this game. It is not like Scarlet and Violet, where hi Bubba. Pokemon shiny hunting is not where Scarlet and Violet gets their OP sandwiches. This one is still the solid 1 in 4,096 chance. So I could either go in here, get something instantaneously, or my luck is just god-awful, and we are here for a while. But we're starting with Area 1, or Wild Zone 1, and once Wild Zone 1 is marked, that's essentially locked out. I can't go into Wild Zone 1 again and get more shinies. What I truly want is a Mareep, because Mareep is cool, and maybe having an early Mega Evolution would be a nice thing to have. But I might get phased out by the bird. Or the bunny. So, the way this tactic goes is I am literally just going to run until I hear or see something. That pink actually threw me off for a second. Because the way these work, and yes, PS, by the way, if there is audio malfunction or the audio sounds like it's a little desynced, I don't know what's up with that. For some reason, my capture card versus everything else is weird. But yes, once we do that, we hop over here, and I need to adjust my settings real quick on my actual TV. It's fine right now. That's good. Because I know that was an issue in Scarlet and Violet, like, very regularly. I forgot to adjust. Oh, that's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot. I can hear myself think a little more. So, yeah, I'm hoping for Mareep. More than likely, it's going to be... I feel like more than likely I'm going to end up phasing and catching a bunny. I feel like that's what's going to happen. Although I really need to get this hair fixed at some point, but I can't do that right now. I need this hair color fixed. But yeah. Either things will end in a phase, or I will either phase on a bird, a bug, or Pichu. Nope, not the Pichu. Let's see. I feel like I need to tone the music down just like a few more notches just so I can hear everything. Nope, no Marie. And just checking the Pichu. Oh. No, not the Pichu. Not the Pichu. I gotta turn down the volume a few notches again, I think. The music is good, but it's just very, very loud in my ear. Ooh, a Spareberry. Settings, sound. I keep the sound effects up pretty high. Alright. I think that'll do for now. No. So yeah. This is gonna be me tomorrow, only I think tomorrow, when I do take this to the living room and play it, when I decide to play, not this version, but I'll play like my personal game file on my own, I'm gonna be sitting on the sofa. Most likely, I'm gonna be just drinking like a mimosa or something and just vibing out for New Year's Eve. Just acting like an adult does. Oh, hi, Weedle. Oh, okay, pink flowers almost got me. Oh, 1 in 4,096 chance. This is why this project is going to take a long time. What's gonna suck is I do phase on the bird. I phase on the bird, and I'm gonna be very mad. Don't get me wrong, I love Fletchinder. I love that thing since I first I got X and Y back in the day. But it's like, do not want right now. I want the sheep. I want the sheep that has a mega evolution. That's what I want. I want the sheep with the mega evolution at the end that gives me like a part dragon type. Because Ampharos is like awesome too. It'll either like phase on a bug or something. It's all the matter of being patient now. I should probably also be checking the rooftop in case there's like a Pidgey or something. I should be checking the roof in case of Pidgey. Hang on. I should be checking the roof in case of Pidgey. Please don't let it be a Pidgey. Please don't let it be a Pidgey. Or a Weedle for that matter. Like, Beedrill's cool, but I wouldn't want Beedrill. I don't think, at least. Even though Mega Beedrill is cool. And bug types are kind of helpful for early game. Now there is an easier way if I just want to like spawn the Mareepin. But I don't want to do that. I kind of want to like go with the challenge of the fact that it is highly possible that I could just not win at all, and that's about it. Like, Pichu. Nope. No. There is one location that is like extremely overpowered, but it's only got like a small selection of Pokemon in it. There's a wild zone that's got like a small variety of Pokemon in it, but it's also like the most highly overused in terms of like guides. As I've seen them implement like all sorts of methods for this particular wild zone, but it's like, oh yay, I'm probably going to be implementing that one. Yeah, because the way shinies work in this one is the fact that there is no like, okay, let me rephrase this. There's no discernible method at the current state of the game in which I am playing in. Because apparently in the DLC, which I do not own right now, there is a way of making the odds better But again, I don't own the DLC right now, so I cannot has. I am like the cat of, can I has cheeseburger? No, you cannot has DLC yet. Because playing the DLC might end up spoiling like a fair bit of the end game, and it's like, I don't want that. We'll save the DLC stuff for like post Zephyr having a mental breakdown over shiny Pokemon while shiny hunting. Cause that's normal sane sorceress to do list, I guess. And yeah, this is probably the one thing that's gonna take the longest, is hunting out the shiny Pokemon itself. I know in my heart I'm more than likely I'm gonna phase on a bird or the bumblebee. Or the bunnelbee. At the very minimum. Though in case of 2, maybe I should like break glass or something. Oh, hey buddy. I feel like in case of 2, I should break glass and be like, I don't know what to do. If I need to like coin flip or something. Just checking the upstairs. No noises. Okay. I've gotten lucky with a shiny Pidgey on top of a lamppost before, so never know. Never know. But yeah, a lot of this is a lot of like back and forth. That's why a lot of these streams are gonna be very, very chill vibe until we do story stuff. Narp. And this is essentially just like a quick method, and not to mention Wild Zone 1 is like the easiest one to go in and out of. Because all it is just a straight line, because it's not like the Wild Zone 2 where it's got like multiple bridges you can kind of cross. Scatterbug, scatterbug. Meet, Mareeps are saying. Would I want Pichu, though? Maybe. I would maybe want Pichu, but the issue is, like, I would have to take care of the darn thing for at least a little bit. I'd have to take care of it like a little Tamagotchi until it loves me, and then it can eventually evolve. And in this game, I am not careful with my Pokemon sometimes. Because I'm still adjusting to the... I want to call it the RTS moments where you're fighting. Nothing with the Pichu. Okay. Sorry, Mareeps. I did not mean to disturb your sleep. Sleepy sheepy time. Go back to sleep. Like I said, I'll laugh if I phase on the Bunnelby. Although I don't mind Vivillon. Vivillon's cool too. And I forgot Weedle. I forgot there's literally a Weedle right there, so there's a high chance I could literally just phase on Bug. Each a check? Okay. I think once it's shiny, it technically stays there. So it's like you can't really fully fail a shiny Pokemon because once it's like integrated into the code, it stays there, which is really helpful. And now I don't have to worry about dragging my old knight literally going around slaughtering 60 innocent Pokemon for a shiny possibility to proc up. God, remember those days? Those were crazy days. Back when I was a Wii streamer. Back in my day, shiny hunting was like a 1 in 8,000 chance. There were no methods in the day. They kind of like refreshed that where it's like, yeah, there's no real and true method. This one's just a matter of luck and probability. I will say the sandwiches were definitely the most overpowered way to go about it. That connected with Shiny Charm was absolute insanity. Now I get 5 shinies a week. I will say they at least made it a little bit easier to get shinies, so that way you're not like instantly phasing them out. Unless you scare them off, you really cannot fail one these days. Or I know you're super excited for Pokepia. That's good. I don't think Pokepia is like my cup of tea. I kind of like eyeballed it, and I'm just like, might not be for me. But if you're excited for Pokepia, good for you. Come on. Anyone want a shimmer? Anybody want to shine? I might need to change tactics at some point. The main goal is to only get like 2. If I was reincarnated as a nice type Pokemon, what would it be? That's a hard one. Glaceon, honestly. I personally say Glaceon. Mostly because I like the evolution line and it's just favoritism. Hey Charles. No worries, lurking is all good here. This is all going to be a chill time. And we're only like 20 minutes in. Yes, hydration is good. Do not forget to drink water. I literally woke up with a headache this morning, and I think I'm on the tail end of it, but it was like absolute pain this morning. I was like mildly concerned that it's like, oh god, I'm not gonna be able to focus on anything. Luckily, I am able to focus a little bit today. Luckily, I am able to focus today, so it shouldn't be too bad. The only thing that we're stress testing is my sanity. Nope. Pardon me, my reeps. Just checking the rooftop. I gotta check the rooftop at least periodically. Nope. Isn't there a quest where you get a free shiny? I know you can in Arceus. But because of the way that I planned out these rules, I had to kind of get one the old-fashioned way. Because what it is, I wrote up the rules and I forgot to, like, edit the last level, one of them and post it up. But one of the main rules of this is to get 1 shiny per new updated ZA rank. And I didn't say we'd start until like mission 3, which was a mistype. I should have wrote mission 6 when free roam was like perfectly available. You just couldn't change the time of day. So free roam good, time of day is like, you don't have to worry about that right now. Excuse me. Yeah, Yippee Aven is here. I've got like a whole bunch of aventurine like stuff around. Just to see if it'll help make the odds run a little smoother. I say as I have driven myself to insanity with a shiny Staryu alpha hunt that has not gone well. Reeps. No cotton candy. Like I said, at least this one's just a quick dash and dive. I should put like the little plushie aventurine in my pocket just to see if it changes anything. Honestly, I do agree. I will say I do agree with this. I do feel like, especially during Scarlet and Violet, there was like a lot of, I want to call it being spoiled. I will say, as a gaming group, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet spoiled everyone in terms of shiny hunting with the sandwiches. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but the grinding for Herba Mystica and stuff like that was really tiring sometimes. But this kind of just gives you that feeling of you are actually like struggling again. And I don't mind that. I don't mind the struggle. It's just a matter of, hey, we'll have like probably a couple of chill streams until something goes bing. In my personal opinion. The true ones are the ones that have like the female evolutions. Also true. We all remember how Salandite worked. Salandit. We all know the struggle of a Salazzle and a Salandit hunt. Or something along those lines. Or if you were doing a, oh god, before they made it possible to get them, the special marked, Sinistes. The ones with the, like, the quote-unquote maker's mark on them. Pardon me. Yoink. You know what? I am gonna be rich off these tiny mushrooms before the end of this. I am just double checking the roof. The answer is a big fat nar. Like I said, I'm really hoping for Mareep because, again, Mega Ampharos. Yeah, do the environment Salandit. It's like, yeah, I remember that. I never streamed it, but I do remember the absolute struggle bus I had to discern what was shiny and what wasn't just because of the cave system. Because their skin textures were like oily, like, you know, how lizards do. So that was a struggle. Oh, did not mean to pin that. I'll give this like an hour and then we'll kind of like come back around and then I'll like readjust my method just to see what happens. We'll go out and we'll do like some side quests or something to just kind of like break up the monotony. There's like a side quest where I can open up like alpha Pokemon, so that's probably like the only reason I would take like a tiny break. Is to get like 2 of the 3 side quests done, because there's one in particular that's part of my, I call it a supplementary rule, which is painting Lumiose City shiny, which is where you essentially give shiny Pokemon to certain people who will take your Pokemon and have them on the street side. I think that's just like a fun supplementary rule I put myself into. Yeah, but let's not. I will say, I understand. I do. But I'm going to enjoy things once in a while and just kind of like vibe back and enjoy them. And I think that's the only point, in my personal opinion. I understand the issues. But also, the other wolf side is just like, want to just play just because fun. You know? Boo, 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 boo. My favorite game, like Mystery Dungeon. Oh god. I will be the weirdest person, and I will say it. I like either Pokemon Snap. I never played the latest one, and I've been craving to play the latest one, but I never got to do it. The one back when, during the Switch era, when the first Switch came out. I wanted to play the, Pokemon Snap that released for the Switch. Excuse me. Pardon me, that was a big one. But I will also say I like Pokemon Channel. I almost wish they made a new Pokemon Channel game. Just a little bit. Because I know they made like the Hey You Pikachu a long time ago. And Pokemon Channel is essentially just like a spin-off of that. I don't know, there was just something silly and dopey about like just sitting and watching like a little anime with Pikachu that I kind of found enjoyable. Also, the Coliseum games. Also Coliseum. That actually, I'm gonna change my statement a little bit. The Coliseum games were awesome. I like how they didn't I just liked how the Coliseum was presented as like a little during the dark and like grittier time period that all games were essentially sitting at. Although I never fully finished them because the way to like fully complete them is like a task and a half. Eat you, nar. I would love to go back and do like Pokemon Stadium. Like, I don't know if they would, but Pokemon Stadium would be kind of fun to have it like return. I would play Pokemon Stadium like for the mini games. Because I would love to hold like a mini game tournament with some friends. Because I think that would be kind of hilarious. Any sparkles up here? No. Okay. Yeah, give me like another 30. I'll do this place for like another like 30 minutes and then I'll probably like go do a side mission or two. To kind of like break it open and kind of break up the tasks a little. Oh, okay. You guys are so cute though. You little Mareeps are so cute. Yeah. I would love to get revenge matches on Clefairy Says or Clefable Says. I forgot which one it was. I always struggled with that particular one. Mostly because my memory is awful. Oh, the Hitmontop like Beyblade scenario? Yeah, I can see that. I think my particular favorite, besides the Chansey one, I think it was actually the log cutting game. I think that one was actually one of my favorites. Let's see. Nope, I would have heard that sparkle anyway. Yeah, that's it. The pincer with sometimes a scissor. Or not scissor, scyther. Hey, birds. Oh, we're the biggest. Oh, that was a citrus berry. Hey, how am I? I'm good, Kesa. Welcome in. Make yourself at home. We're doing my test of sanity, which is now seeing how long it takes me to get a shiny Pokemon without losing my marbles. I want friend-shaped I want friend-shaped pet Pokemon, and Pokemon needs to be friend-shaped. But it also needs to be a different color. It needs to be a different color palette. I need this one to be cotton candy pink. And it has not been pink. This is a new one, yeah. This is actually the latest one. Well, semi-latest if you want to be specific. It's like 3 months old, honestly, but it's not like that old. Excuse me. Pichu Pichu! Pichu Pichu! No shiny sparkly on the Pichu. Moving on. Oh, I love setting challenge modes for myself. Let's see, keeping an eye out. Nope. I do have to periodically check the rooftop though. I have to periodically check the rooftop just to make sure that there's no sparkly ones up here. No, okay. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll change my method around, like, a little bit. Let's see. I'll, like, take a moment, I'll go do something else in the back, and then we'll change the method around. Which is going to be speed flying back to this lab and then coming back out. But that's after we take a small, like, intermission of side missions. Alright. Nope, nope, nope. Funnelbee. Nope, no bug. I need this one. I would like that one, but if I end up phasing on a different Pokemon altogether, I'm not gonna be upset about it. I might be a little salty for like a little while, but I won't be mad. Once again, off we go. Like I said, I have to periodically check the rooftop. And I really need to unlock more side missions so I can get this hair color off. I need a different hair color. This is gonna drive me nuts about walking around with this dark of hair. It's not me! This is like a freaking doppelganger. This is like a freaking doppelganger in one's place. This is not the true Zephyr look. Excuse me. But yeah. My brain still cannot comprehend the fact that there's this whole thing that the new year is literally just around the corner. I cannot fathom or comprehend it.
Hmm?
Excuse me, goodness sake. Whew. Also, I would highly recommend that if you're not looking to do like resolutions for New Year's, come up with like at least like a small light goal that you believe is achievable throughout the entire year. Like, my goal kind of intertwines with the idea of self-improvement, which means learning to do better for myself. And one of those learning to be better for myself is kind of like what I scratched the surface on before we fully got into streaming the game today. And that is, I want to be able to play games and have fun with them without overhearing the outside opinion, if that makes sense. Like, the essentially, in short, is like, I want to make my own choices on stuff that I enjoy. That's my small takeaway. And hopes for the new year. Because there's nothing wrong with things that make you happy. And right now, the things that do make me happy are you guys and streaming. Honestly, streaming has actually made me happy, even though there are some, like, relatively rougher days. But, like, not in a bad way. It's just like sometimes there's a rough patch here and there, but I do love streaming. I like kind of just sitting down and spraying the cozy vibe. Drinking more water, that's good. Always drink more water. Let's see. Nope. Not a pink sheep. Okay, so we'll kind of give this another 15 minutes in this course. And then we'll take a quick pause and we'll go and do some other side mission stuff. Eat you? No. Oh, I love a 1 in 4,096 chance. These are all full odds hunts, by the way. I literally have nothing on hand that will help improve these odds at all. So it all comes down to sheer luck. Hi, Marie. I'm really hopeful that little piece of pink fluff shows up. Do not let me face on a bug. That's all I ask. Do not let me phase on a bug or even a silly bird. I don't know where I was singing. I don't know where that came from. That wasn't even bars. That was just Zephyr being herself. That was literally what I like to trademark as a Zephyr moment, where I just randomly break out into song for no apparent reason. I just break into song for no good reason. Do not give me a bunny. I would like a little sheep that's covered in pink cotton. And I'll name it Candy Floss. I'll either name it Candy Floss or I'll name it, Cyrene. I will either name it I will most likely name it Cyrene. Because funny tee hee. Also, you know, Ampharos is pink. Ampharos is pink and blue. And it's very coded to... It's very coded to Cyrene. Every shiny we get, we're gonna name after, like, something that I played. Whether it's, like, Honkai Star Rail or something like that. Just for funsies. Dang it. I need to put a pin there. Dang it. I'm putting pins in places I don't need to put the pins in. I'm putting pins in places that don't need to be pinned. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. I don't know why I'm so fondly I'm just so I think so fondly on these like little electric types. Maybe I have more of an electric type trainer than a fairy one than I anticipated. Also, I'm really happy that my my stream stuff is not collapsing like it did on that first day where it was on the other day where it was just not having it. And like dropped frames so regularly. Little bit of pink wool. No pink wool, just all yellow. Also, the pink wool is extremely noticeable, so I will Zephyr can't talk anymore. I'm only like I'm barely like an hour in and I'm already losing my ability to talk. Buh. Now, if I were to do this when I'm not streaming, though, I would probably be multitasking. I would more than likely be doing, like, having something on my phone and playing something while I am busy shiny hunting and sinking the hours away. Because, let me tell you a little story about what happened when I first got this game. Well, not got, I was gifted it. So, because I was gifted it for Christmas this year. Hey, how's it going? Sanity is still in check. I got like 10 more minutes before I decide to take a little break from this one and go on and do a different little side thing to break up the monotony. But there was a shiny hunt I was very determined to do. Hence, I made the rule of painting Lumio City sparkling on like my little rule set. I literally went to one of the wild zones and I shiny hunted for a Pikachu for hours. For hours, I searched for this one Pikachu just to give to an NPC so it can just stand on the sidewalk and look adorable. And I am actually very surprised I am not one of those people who... I have seen Pokemon shiny hunters who have more than one system. And it's like, I don't even have the space to have for like more than one system. I can barely focus on 2 screens at once sometimes. Yet they want me to shiny hunt with 2 screens? No way. It's also like how they get those like perfectly in sync too, which is bizarre. No sheep. No little sheep. I'll take the... Ah! It's a tiny mushroom though. Yeah, I'll change tactics here in like a little bit just to see what happens. I'll go into like a different way to do this. Which is going from the back entrance and then moving our way through. Because right now, all I can do is just run back and forth and back and forth. Luckily, there's no day and night cycle yet. Yes, though the thing looks like it's saying it's perpetually it's not ticked by, thank God. No Pichu. But honestly, I would literally just turn on like a YouTube video or something to kind of just listen to as like background noise while my brain is focusing on the screen in front of me. Although, full honesty, I did almost fall asleep a few times. I don't know what's been happening, but I have been like extraordinarily tired. Like, I have been like extra sleepy. Today is kind of understandable. I've been having a headache, but like for some times I've been like super sleepy. And there was one day I was shiny hunting on my other save file, just kind of chilling, and I was like almost half passed out on the sofa. I don't know if there was I think it was because one of them I was doing was extremely like back and forth monotony, and I'm just like, and I'm leaning back on the sofa, I'm all comfortable, and then I just nearly fall asleep. I can literally just feel my eyes starting to like droop. I feel my head like tipping a little, and I'm just like, oh, and yep, I am sleepy. I think I need a break. Like I said, don't know what's been going on. Either it's just been the change in the season or the weather, or it's just the fact that my body is like finally hitting a point of full relaxation, that it's like trying to do its best to catch up on sleep that it's probably lost. It is really hard to describe. No floofs. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try a slightly different method when I come back from like the side missions. Helpsy berry. Ooh, that's an early one. Let's see. Nope, you're not green. I am double checking, making sure that there's no sounds. Okay. I have been jump scared by a shiny Pidgey before. Man, I really thought I would have gotten like the bird or at least the Bunnelby to shine by now. Usually the weather. It probably has been the weather. Because we've been having just some like really, really cold weather, and I've just been all wrapped up and cozy. Hello. Eat you, Sparkle? No. We're either gonna get a shiny or it's gonna be a complete bust. I am rubbing the Aventurine plushie for luck. Maybe I need to like stick it in my... Do I need to stick Aventurine plushie in my coat pocket and see if that does any... in my hoodie pocket and see if that does anything? Just shove the little Aventurine plushie in my pocket. See if it does anything. See if that changes things. Maybe it's because Aventurine's been in my office for so long. Nice. Ugh. I don't want a bug, I just want a pink cotton candy sheep. I want a pink cotton candy sheep that we can name Cyrene. Why do I want to name it Cyrene? It's because I think Cyrene would actually be very fitting. And honestly, that's what these like shiny hunts are meant to do, by the way. Because of the amount of time it would take, a lot of these are kind of just for chilling out, and we'll story progress when we can. Because my little brainchild of doing a shiny hunt forever during every rank, it just seems a little crazy. It's a huge undertaking. Bleh. I feel like I'm yelling. Even though I'm like speaking in my normal volume, I feel like I'm yelling right now. Nope, not a pink in sight. I'm gonna be so mad if there's like a Pidgey up here. That's gonna like phase me completely. Climb. No. Okay. Let's see. 2 more minutes and then we'll switch and we'll change gears for a little bit. Besides, I think there's one side quest I want to do that's a possibility of making these guys bigger. Though I don't remember if I have to get this full entire side one done before that. I think I do. Excuse me, Bunnelby. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to change hunting tactics. Hi. Welcome to the depths of my madness of running back and forth, seeing about catching a shiny Pokemon while I've been vibing in here. It's cozy time. And a boom, 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 boom. Still not a single pink wool, shred of pink wool. Very sad day. Oh, I know, Mareep. You sounded very sad because I said that. Mareep just wanted to be friendos. Also, goddamn, I hate this hair. Mareep just wanted to be friendos, and I can't offer being friendos right now because Izzy. What I would like to do is to get a shiny Pokemon so that way I can continue the story progression. Now I know what it feels like to do a shiny hunt in like Sword and Shield, even though I've never done Sword and Shield shiny hunts. Yeah, no matter what gen. And considering the fact that I don't have a shiny charm, this is all full odds. I don't have my sandwiches that help. Yeah, I am essentially going full solo mode. But it can't be as bad because I know with the Sword and Shield ones, I do recall that someone shiny hunted a particular Pokemon and it took them like either a few weeks or like a month just to get the one to show up. But that was because at that time there wasn't like any true like overworld you could see it. Okay. So we're gonna switch gears for like a little bit. We're gonna check the rooftop, check the Pichu, and then we're gonna do a little bit of side stuff for a little bit just to kind of like break up the monotony a little bit. Just to kind of break up the monotony a tad. I will pop over here real fast though, just to see. Okay. I think I'm gonna switch my gears for a little bit. We're going to do some side missions, which are not this one right now. I think it's this one actually. Oh yeah, I can't teleport over to Sushi High Roller. I have to walk there. Oh, that's right, because her Bane was like, oh yeah, no, we can't like we can't let you go out and do anything on your own. I gotta literally grab you by the scruff of the neck and pull you this way. I will say though, some of this stuff is like flat out gorgeous. Do do do. Da, 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 da. I like walking through like little walkways like this. It's just so cozy. I wasn't looking for the monkeys. Shush. Oh, Pokeball Boutique. Hello. Obtained a Dusk Bowl. Not a different Pokeball, more effective when catching Pokemon at night. Fun fact, the size of the map is roughly the same size as Disneyland. Really? Now, I'm assuming that's regular Disneyland, but I was going to ask if it was like Disneyland Paris, since like Kalos is essentially like in France. Or I would think the Disneyland would have like similar sized maps, roughly. Okay, where's it going? This way. Oh, little Whisper. Hi, little buddy. Oh, poor little thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Oh. Dang it. I was trying to take a picture of it while I was sleeping. He knew it. It knew I was onto it. There's one is small, but I think they meant the one that... Oh, if they meant that one, it's kind of sad. Oh no. I would believe that they were probably saying like it's the size of an actual Disneyland. I had no idea the Disneyland Paris was actually small. I think I need to go up this way. Oh wait, this is the one that I need to wait on. But I will get the... Mine doesn't grow on trees. Keep your eyes peeled for sparkling things on the ground around Lumio City. If you pick them up and sell them, you can become rich in no time at all. You can gift us some tiny mushrooms. 10 tiny mushrooms. I have literally been picking those up throughout my runs back and forth. Rouge Pokemon Center. I think it's this one down here. Oh, nope, not that one. Which mission is it? Oh, it's the one that's all the way down here. So I could have literally just gone here and then walked this way. Hee hee. Oh god, get myself turned around instantaneously. Excuse me. What's crazy is that like there's nothing like insanely intense about this map. I just get my ass lost really easily. Okay, small like side mission break. So you're a detective, are you? Just standing in, good sir. Well, if Emma trusts you with my request, then that's gotta be good enough for me. Because we have a situation. There's a menace on the loose in Lumiose. And that menace is none other than... a great big Funnelby! It was massive, over twice the size of my own Bunnelby. And its eyes had this real evil glow. Good sir, have you been on some, like, special grass lately? Have you been having a bit of the Jolly Mints? When that thing locked eyes with me, I bolted out of there before I had a chance to think. I've been places and I've seen things, but I've never been that scared in my life. And the worst part, it's where I saw the thing. It was in a plain old alleyway, not in any of the wild zones. We can't let that Bumblebee run wild. I'll go back and stake out the spot where I saw it. Make sure you turn on the guidance for my quest so you can find the right place as well. Big old Bumblebee. Guide activated. Okay, have fun, buddy. Aww. Spritzy! I love Spritzy. I think Aromatisse is really an interesting Pokemon because they're essentially like doctors. All right, up we go. Whoosh. Oh, this is the cemetery. Hang on, hop down. And whoop. Thank God for the Rotom phone. I don't have to break my ankles as much. Travel. That giant Bumblebee was somewhere around here. Just being here makes my legs want to wobble right out from under me. What is it, bud? Don't tell me it's here already. Banana. It's huge and terrifying and awesome. This is the Bumblebee, no doubt about it. Evil Bumblebee. Time to battle with a wild Bumblebee. Yippee! My boy! Roll out again. Roll out again. And we switch. Oh dear. How about a little bit of a rock smash chase? Ow. Oh dearie me. Hey, yo, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Chill. Focus. Focus on the other bird. Oh dear. I forgot I could do that. I can't believe you took that big old Bumblebee. Watching in action really reminded me of something, actually. A long time ago, in some regions whose name I forgot, people used to live in fear of these giant, ferocious Pokemon with glowing eyes. Oh yes, 100 years ago, in the ancient version of Sinnoh of Hisui, here these Pokemon were called Alphas. I wonder how it is that a Pokemon like that showed up in a modern-day Lumiose. I can't begin to guess. What do you think, bud? Ominous or what? Well, either way, you really came through. Emma clearly has an eye for hiring help. With someone like you looking out for Lumiose, it will be fine even if more alphas show up, eh? That's not, ooh, $400. I'm gonna go heal up the poor Pokemon that... I'm gonna go heal up my poor Pokemon that got their, back ends beat. Excuse me. Well, we can't, yeah, we can't attack the rabbit ourselves. It's a Pokemon world. You can't really, like, do it yourself. I can throw Pokeballs at it and see if it sticks, but even then, sometimes it's a little fussy. Nope, thank you, nurse. Oh, I'll register my birthday later. Everyone knows I like to come and do like a little birthday shiny catching stream once in a while. Let's see. Let's see, Pichu, check. So we're gonna make this run a little bit easier on me. We're not gonna like fully run out. We're just gonna do what I did previously with some other shiny hunts. And that is reset them, take a peek, run back over. Actually, we'll reset over here, back to the research lab, and just keep going back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. Until hopefully either the Pichu or the Mareep spawn. If this doesn't work, I'll do the run method again. Dang. No pink. No pink yet. I would like it to be pink. I would like the Mareep wool to be pink. So that way we can, you know, go and like fully process continuing the story. Still no. Okay, so we'll do a little jog in. I will laugh if my little walk-in suddenly activated shinies all over the place and I'm just like, God damn it, I wanted the one target. I didn't need everybody else. No, okay. That would have been funny. I was like internally screaming of like, I am literally doing the one way to get these guys by themselves. And yet the shiny ones that show up are the ones that are going to be like on the other side of them. Nope, still nothing. What about you, Pichu? You got nothing? Oh boy, we're gonna be here for a little while. At least these guys aren't time locked. I am looking at that Alpha Star U hunt that I'm doing on my other game, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm going to internally die because I want that Star U so bad. I want that Star U like so bad to be shiny. And it's just like, it's just been trolling me. And not to mention it works on the day and night cycle, which means I can't get it until there's a different time of day. Darn, I thought that would... I don't think the alpha rolls are gonna happen until after I finish Emma's request. So we'll just, we'll stick over here. Nothing on the Pichu end. Nothing on the bat. I feel like I'm going after a shiny Wooloo. I do feel like I'm going after a shiny Wooloo. I remember wanting that one shiny so badly, but the way to get Wooloo to shine is like, it's more I feel like the Sword and Shield is probably like the worst way to shiny hunt, in my personal opinion. Especially when you can't like sometimes see the overworld shinies. You had to like literally walk into them and hope for it to happen. Still not pink yet. I will have to check like the roof. See if Pidgey... See if like the Pidgey or the Weedle might be part of this. Not that one. Usually the sparkles happen like right when you get to the top of the ladder. Okay. Travel. This untraveled road. Nope. What about you, Pichu? Still nothing? Nothing. Nothing. Probably need to take my sweatshirt off. Oh, Rainy. I have your plushies literally sitting right next to me. Why does your gambling luck not... Why does your good luck not rub off on me? I feel like I should shove... I think I need to shove the plushie in my pocket of my hoodie. Just to see if it changes literally anything. Hey, bud. Okay, you know what? Adventuring, come here for a second. I'm gonna just shove you right in the old hoodie pocket. Hang on. There we go. Consume the luck of adventuring and see if it happens. I do crazy stuff when I'm like hiding behind this screen. And I keep wondering if that's probably why. Maybe he's the one who's consuming it. Maybe I need to toss the adventuring plushie elsewhere. Which is weird, because it's like, the luck shouldn't reverse. Although, maybe I was cursed by that one Pidgey. Maybe I've been cursed by the one Pidgey and 2 Skiddo and 2 Flabébés. I think that's probably what happened. I probably got cursed. I got cursed by a Skiddo and... like 2 Skiddo and 2 Flabébés. Because I remember the ache that I had during this one Pikachu hunt where I'm like half curled up and I'm just like, yeah. No pink, okay. You're a very dark pink and bright pink and you shouldn't be that hard to spot. Oh well. We like pink. I mean, I like pink as more of an accent color, but... I like pink as more of an accent color, but, you know, on Mareep, the pink looks absolutely phenomenal. It's really cute. It's just like a big floofy ball of cotton candy. I'm not even like 2 hours in yet, and I'm already losing my brain cells, I think. You know what's really funny? Because of this, I actually do want to like participate in Fossil Week when it comes around in August. For those that don't know, Fossil Week is kind of like an unofficial event hosted by some other Pokemon peoples who do content and stuff like that. And they equally do shiny hunting. And once a year in like the end of August, they do this thing for Fossil Week, which is essentially you're reviving fossil Pokemon until the shinies pop up. And you have like a week to do so. I think that would be kind of fun. The thing is, I'm fully aware is that those fossils are going to be like full-on shiny hunts too. But here's the thing. Fossils in this game are extremely expensive. When I went to go investigate to see like how I could possibly preempt it, they're sitting at like 20,000 Pokédollars just for one. So I have a whole bunch of Pokédollars I'm gonna have to actually start earning in order to make that a reality. Which means we might be grinding battle zones in the future. Come on, Mareep. Ba-ba-ba. Mareep, have you any pink wool? No, you don't. I don't know why I was thinking like that. I'm being very weird today. It probably doesn't help that I'm like still recovering from that weird headache I had this morning. Alright, we'll kind of like run again. We'll do a little bit of a jog. Do a little bit of a wee jog. Thing is though, like a lot of these shinies in this area would be extremely noticeable. Yeah, a lot of these shinies would be extremely noticeable to a point where it's just like, and yeah. But that's also because these ones are also gifted by the sweet sound of the shiny chime that graced Legends Arceus, and I'm glad they re-implemented that back in the game, because that particular one was like a bane of all shiny hunters on Scarlet and Violet, is they didn't have the little bring noise. Venturing, come on. Do I need to start like doing some crazy ritual stuff in order to like maybe summon a shiny Pokemon to show up? Am I gonna have to turn that into one of those streams these days? I'm only like on my first hunt and I'm already going mad. Do we need to like do a couple of yippies here and there? Okay, hang on. Venturing, come here for a second. Yippee-reenie. Let me just shrink you down here, buddy. You're going up here. Okay. Stay there. Yippee-reenie just stays up on top of my head for a little bit. A little bit of a rub-off. I don't know. This Reenie is not exactly... I don't know if this Reenie is particularly lucky because he's been staring into the nihility for ages now. I've not been able to snap him out of it. He has been staring into the nihility for ages. And I don't know when he's going to snap himself out of it. He's fine. He's fine. Start manifesting. Yeah. I am double checking that Pichu. I do need to check the roof too. I need to check the roof, see if it's in like in the 50 meter radius. Just to see if it might be one of those up here that might be blocking it. No. Maybe Pidgey is the thing that cursed me. Because when I was playing on my other file, I got cursed. I got very lucky because I was like walking the roads and there was like suddenly a shiny Pidgey. And the shiny Pidgey was like on top of just a lamppost, just chilling. And I'm like struggle busting to find out where it's at, and then I look up on the lamppost and it's just there, vibing. Oh, pink sheep, I would like to name you Cyrene. Oh, you little pink sheep. I'd like to call you Cyrene. Because Ampharos. Ampharos is pink. And it sounds close to Amphorius. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. Wow, I'm only like... Boy, my sanity needs to be a lot stronger. My sanity meter needs to be a lot stronger. Okay, Venturine, I'm gonna put you out of the pocket. Nope. Okay. I at least want to see if we can get one tonight. If not, we'll probably like have to temporarily stop and then we'll start up again later. But yeah. I feel like what's happening is the phenomenon of, yeah, you're in full odds, sweetheart. Good luck. But at least we're not underneath like a time constraint. Because there are some Pokemon that will do day and night, and then they'll like disappear during the daytime, but they'll reappear during night. Do, 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 do. Nope. Try again. Oh, try again. Nope. I like to like always double check it. I also have a full bottle of water. I would like for this hunt to end. At this point, it's like, I don't even mind if I phase. Like, I don't mind if I phase. Just give me shiny, sparkly pink sheep. Or don't. Just give me something that's got a little bit of glitter on it. Give me something with like a little bit of glitter on it. Something with like a little bit of shiny sparkle. I will chuckle though if we have to like go back and do this again. And we come back and we do this more for a bit longer on Saturday. Which is fine. I wouldn't be too mad about it. But I would have at least liked to have saved a slot of time to go manifest a shiny Pikachu or something. Let's see, just checking the Pichu. Now, pink sheep, please show up. I will leave you alone after this. Nope. Okay. Damn. I love how I'm going after like one of the more noticeable shinies and it's still not doing anything. I do miss my sandwiches. But I think there's a little bit more reward. I do like to genuinely think that because of the lack of those really like OP sandwiches, there's like a bit more relief after the hunt is over. And because I'm a silly bean who decided to say, let's do this in a challenge mode. I am a silly bean who decided challenge mode or bust. And is now doing this. It's like, oh, fun. I am experimenting with like the different ways that people do this. So we'll like do this like 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to see if this works. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just to see if if this somehow actually works. Some say it works, others say not so much. Or it just depends on your luck. Either that or I have to just completely change zones. That's what's pestering me is like, I'm wondering if this one's shiny locked at the moment, but I don't think it is. It's just because right now the world is saying, yeah, no, you're not getting anything sparkly. Alright, I'm gonna check the roof. I must go check the roof. Must go check the roof. See if the roof does anything. Nope. Not a single bring noise at all. Part of me is wondering if I should just like go to a different zone for now. Go to a different zone, but I'm committed to this one right now. I am kind of committed to this one at the moment. Just for a cotton candy sheep. Maybe nicknaming it Sirene isn't a good idea. Maybe I should nickname it March. Because March is like pink and blue. The issue is they're all lightning. They all manifest lightning. They don't manifest ice. No, I think March would be more for a Vanillite. I feel like March would at least fit a Vanillite more, and just the Vanillite, not the bigger ones. Pichu, check. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. Well, this could be worse. We could be radar hunting. I know, Bubba. What do I could name it, though? They're just so cute and floofy while they're sleeping. It's like I always hate bothering them. I feel like I should just like go and walk the streets of Lumios, but I don't wanna. Well, it's not the fact that I don't wanna, it's the fact that I'm fully aware that I'm stuck in this one area for the time being. Because I really do not want to do area. I don't want to do Wild Zone 2 until like a later one. I really don't. Do not make me do Wild Zone number 2. Because I want to pick what comes out from there. I might have to double up on a few Wild Zones, actually. I might have to double up on a couple of Wild Zones. Just because of some later stuff that I'm fully aware of. I thought there were going to be like 26 Wild Zones for 26 letters. Nope. There's only like going to be 20. And that's the only spoiler I know. That everything else is like not really a spoiler. Or AKA no spoilers the rest of the way. I would like to continue the story, but these reap are refusing to shine. I feel like I'm gonna have that utter relief like I did with the Pikachu. I swear. When I was like looking for that Pikachu for the NPC, I was like, I realized how much relief like literally flooded in me, and I'm just like, oh, thank God it's over. But again, I find it like slightly more rewarding. Maybe I'm silly. Maybe I'm being a little masochistic right now. It could be a little bit of both. Hi, ma'am. I'll take a Lumio Scale. Oh, for 350? Never mind. Oh, I don't want foods. Thank you though. No Lumio Scale for me. No Lumio Scale for me. I feel like I'm already losing my brain cells, or at least I'm losing my sanity. I've only just started. Maybe it is that feeling of like a lack of a proper method. That's probably why it's bothering me so much. Oh well. If people can go in for like and shiny hunt for like over 3 months for one Pokemon, I can at least sit here for a couple of hours a day and look for the one particular one that I want. That's right, Mareep. I will literally come back after a couple of days just to see if you respawn a shiny. But if it's somehow a thing where, for whatever reason, this particular wild zone is completely like shiny free until after you handle Emma's requests, then I'm gonna have to like figure out a new method. Oh, hang on. How'd it go? I didn't check. I'm wondering if Wild Zone 1 is like completely cut off until you finish up Emma's stuff. Do I really have to go to... Hang on. Let me see. I don't think it is, but let me double check. Just for the sake of my own sanity. Let me take a little look. Says it's not, so... It's just my luck isn't running right now. I just wanted to double check, make sure that I wasn't like sitting here wasting my time with like something that wasn't gonna spawn out. That's the one thing I don't want happening, is for the spawn to like not happen. Because I've noticed they've literally been like positioned in the same exact spots, no questions asked. Like the fletchling and the Bunnelby I can kind of see, but then I remembered, wait, they're usually always going to spawn in the same zones because they're kind of static in that fashion. Any news on the Pichu? No. I either want the Pichu or I want the Mareep. But I definitely want the Mareep a little bit more. I want my fluffy cotton candy sheep. Oh well. At least these hunts shouldn't take like 3 months. Hopefully. If this kind of hunt took like 3 months, I would think there was something wrong. Nope. I might go stretch my legs a little bit. I might go to like area 3 just for funsies. Alright, I might switch here in just a second just to kind of like take a gander around area 3. Do like a run through and see what happens. And then that would kind of like technically count for one of them. I still need to get a secondary shiny Pokemon anyways. Oh yeah, I don't have my fast travel in that point yet. Alright. Let's switch up a little bit. Let's go stretch our legs, check a different zone for the time being. While I want my Mareep, and I want my Mareep really badly, I am willing to kind of like take 5 minutes and going to stretch my legs out, do other small like little tasks on the streets. Oh, trust me, if I could sing Cotton Candy right now, I probably would. But I think I brought, I think I gave way to shame. Let's see. Yep. There we go. One of the colorful screws that I needed. Funnelby. There you are. Rocksmeesh. Alright. Try a Lumicab? I don't know whoever uses a Lumicab. I don't know anyone who has used a Lumicab in order to fast travel. Unless somehow I am literally spending 750 Poké Dollars for each and every single time that I decide to like run through and do fast travel. They're just sneakily taking away 750 Poké Dollars each time I do so. Oh yeah, I forgot. Do a little ember. Good job. I don't think there's really anything underneath this one. Pikachu, Pikachu, Pikachu. Pika, Pikachu. It's kind of gonna do a little stare method. I'm just gonna do this for a little bit of funsies. Just to see if the ultimate stare method is the way to go. Let's check Pikachu's. That Pikachu does look a little off color. That's either the sunlight or that Pikachu is off color. Not you. Talking about this one. Nope. Okay. Got it. Alright, alright, all three of you. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I get it. Ow, ow. I'm leaving. Yeesh. Heaven's sake. I literally just wanted to... Let's see, Go-Goats. I just wanted to point out that one of the Pikachus looks rather off color and I wanted to check it out. The Pikachus apparently took that as an insult. Yeah, you did. You thought it was an insult. My bad, it was just the shading of the trees and the hedges. Esper, maybe? Nope. Not a soul of a shiny Esper. Alright. Back to where we were going. I went to Goof and Gaff for like a little bit. Pichu. Nope. Oh. Let's kind of do a quick couple of runs. Because I think the loading screen essentially like re-rolls the Pokemon, so... Well, it usually re-rolls their spawns. But because everyone here feels like such a static spawn, I don't see them moving around as much. That's what makes me worried. Excuse me. All right, let's go back and do that again. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. Nope. I don't even know why I was thinking about cotton candy sheep in the first place. I don't even remember where I was getting it from. Other than probably like little tidbits of Kesha's cotton candy. And I know me and Zone really, like, we really weren't able to keep up with that particular karaoke song. Nope. No sheep. Come on, little sheepy. Give me the shiny little sheepy. Also, I did watch someone who was essentially getting one shiny per zone. And I noticed like he would... Apparently he was doing a thing where he doesn't stop streaming until he gets like all shinies from one shiny from each zone. And what was funny is, yeah, by the 8-hour mark, I can really tell sleepiness. It's just like, oh no. Because it gives me flashbacks to that one 12-hour Zelda in the Abyss stream that I did. And that was like my only 12-hour one that I've ever done. I've never done any more 12-hour streams because they are extremely taxing and exhausting to a point where it's like I either gotta take like a few days off after or before them, or maybe both, in order to recover from the sheer amount of like up early, have to like eat and stuff, and then, oh man. That's why I'm gonna always say this. If I ever have like a 12-hour stream, I know I borderlined it a few times when it came to like playing other games like Honkai Star Rail. I know I would almost hit like, I would get like really close to a 12-hour mark depending on which portion of the game we were in. But yeah, but no, I'm never doing a 12-hour stream anymore. Unless I really have like all the time on my hands and all I can do is just vibe. I don't even have a counter for this. I don't even know how many respawns I've done so far. I genuinely should like put a counter up just in order to keep track of all the spawns. That way we can celebrate when it's like a super early one. And that would just be for the target alone. I was shocked that I did the Abyss in Breath of the Wild for 12 hours. But I think after that 12-hour stream, I started to realize like how much the depths actually made me feel like a little bit nauseous being down there for an extended period of time. I don't know if it was some of the way that Zelda was built, but I got like a little bit, I wasn't sure if it was like motion sickness or not. But I got like dizzy, but not like to the point where I was gonna get sick. I did have like some lightheaded moments when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom and going into the Abyss especially. Well, I say Abyss, it was technically the... Technically it's an Abyss. It's technically the depths. I call it the abyss. Because that's what it technically is also called, in my opinion. Oh. Okay, hang on. Need to take this darn hoodie off. It's getting toasty. This is what happens when I stream in a room and then suddenly all the room gets really toasty. There we go. And then the shock of the cold's gonna settle in, and then I'm gonna complain literally in like 5 minutes. Because it's also like really cold outside, and the big cold seeps into my office space, and then I'm just like, oh yay. Anything with the Pichu? No. God, could you imagine doing like a 24-hour Pokemon live stream where it's like you are just live stream shiny hunting for like 24 hours? I could not do that for 24 hours straight, but I would probably do that in like increments. I would probably do it in like 4-hour increments of streams if I had time. Cheat. Nope. Don't tell me my luck has run out. How much longer till your luck runs out? Wow, I love that song from Epic, but my brain cannot fathom the words right now. I used to love listening to that song, and now it's like I don't remember fully what it is. I just know the little chorus line of how much longer till you're... You know you're crazy when you start singing. Yep. I know. Never. I pass out after hour 5. I still don't know how I managed the depths during Legend of Zelda. I really don't. I think that one was just by sheer force of will. All I know is like I was extremely tired after that, and I don't think I think I took a few days off after in order to be like, and Zephyr needs to go take a rest day. How much longer till your luck runs out? You rely on it and people die on it. Oh. I have Epic the Musical now officially stuck in my head. Goddamn. Although I will say God Games is probably the biggest sticker. So far, God Games is like one of the few that will fully stick into my brain, and I will remember a fair bit of it. Mostly Athena's lines. I kind of like space out Zeus once in a while. Hello, God King, really do I ask for favors? I don't want to sing it all because I don't want to like have YouTube come at me with a copyright strike, even though I'm singing it very, very badly. Audio jungling it, baby. I still can't believe I'm going to be subjecting myself to a similar thing literally just on the next couple of days, where I'm just going to be sitting and just shiny hunting while just drinking mimosas and just being an adult. Let's do another run. Let's do a couple of jog back and forths. Let's see if that changes anything. Scatterbug, scatterbug, does whatever a scatterbug does. Is he frail? Yes, he is. But he evolves into Vivillon. Vivillon. Epic's literally my go-to music. Yeah, I get that. I do need to check the roof again. I haven't checked the roof in a hot minute. Alright, me sheepies. I gotta go check the roof. If I have phased out on like a Pidgey or the Weedle that's up above here, I will be either up. I won't be mad. I will be disappointed. My disappointment is immeasurable, but my day is not technically ruined. Technically. No cotton candy sheep. I will laugh if there's someone who might be like meandering around in the VOD and might say, yeah, by the way, in case you didn't know, Wild Zone 1 is kind of shiny locked until after this particular quest is done, and I'm just gonna sit here like, if that's true, then damn. Maybe I just feel that way because all the spawns are like in their exact same places. I feel like that's the part that's throwing me off. It's like all the spawns are quite literally just in the exact same spots. They haven't changed. Do 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 do. I feel like these spawns are like set to be like this. This is the way these paths are set. So they're not like later ones where their paths are a little bit more different. All right, let's keep going. Could you imagine what would... Some guy sat for 10 hours and only got one. Yeah, that's because of how RNG this really is. I'm gonna be genuine. It's all RNG, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. Like I said, I set this challenge to myself. A lot of this week is essentially just a test run to see if this is going to be fun and viable for people. And once this week is over, it's not going to be in the regular rotation. I might do it like every spur of the moment, like once in a while thing. That way this is not like all you see every day for like 2 or 3 hours a week. Although I will say, probably Saturday will be like the longest shiny hunt we'll ever have to do if we're still stuck here with the sheep. No cotton candy sheep. I would like my cotton candy sheep before I go to bed tonight. No Persona this week. It's on my schedule. I didn't have Persona up this week. We'll play Persona next week, though. Definitely. That's why I said this one's not like to be a fully permanent thing. I wanted to see what it's like. And if it's something that I personally also feel like I can't, like, viably do, then I won't be too upsetty spaghetti about it. Excuse me. I've been burping a lot lately. I'm sorry. I feel like apparently I'm a little gassy, I guess. And for all I know, if this ends up not being something I'm gonna do, like, on a permanent basis, I might switch it out. I might put it in, like, every once in a while, but I might keep it, like every other week or something like that. Just to keep the flow going. Because I don't want to be a full-on Pokemon streamer. I want to be able to, you know, do my other variety of games that I have like on an extreme backlog. I'm looking at you, Phoenix Wright. I'm looking at you, Persona, that are going to take ages upon ages. We're not even like into summer yet in Persona. We're borderlining on it, but we're not quite there yet. We're not even halfway through the entire year. And the RNG hasn't popped up yet where I have to save and restart in Persona 5 yet. Yeah, that's so crazy. But like I said, I really hope that 2026 is going to be better for people. I do feel like this year has been an extremely rough one. I think mood-wise, I just want everyone to feel a little bit happier in 2026. That's all I want. All right, let's come around, do a little bit of dashing. A little bit of dashing. A little dashing through. Excuse me, Bunnelby. I literally just ran through that Bunnelby like he was nothing. Honey mushroom. Honey mushroom. No Pichu. Oh. Excuse me. I think I'll probably go for like another 25 minutes and then I'll probably call it a little bit earlier. Just so I can go kerflop in my bed. And I'll just like go collapse in bed or something and just try and like... I am still slightly suffering the headache that I had this morning. I would like it to wear off completely. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's like I hate gaming with a headache. Because gaming with a headache is like one of the worst things you can possibly do. I was gonna take my Switch to my living room and plug it in, do a little bit of playing. Just like on my own time, just to chill before stream and everything. And all I felt was just like, I do not feel like doing that. All I feel like doing is just sitting in my office chair and just vegetating out to like watch some YouTube stuff for a little while. Hello. How am I over here? I am hanging in there. No pink sheep. I am brought back to so many early days when I started streaming shiny hunts. But my day's going well. I think it's going okay. Except the sheep is not going to turn pink. I need to like... I need someone to like go and grab the Mareep, one of the Mareeps, and maybe color their wool pink. Maybe that'll work. Someone comes in, that would've been funny. Someone like comes in, they color the Mareep like a very, very bright pink. And we just walk away like nothing happened. Like, oh, yeah, that totally normal shiny Pokemon. Totally legit. Nope. Okay. Oh, RNG gods, give me thy blessing for within the next 25 minutes. But yeah, I fully know that. I remember that Pikachu one. Like I said, I'm gonna double back to that Pikachu shiny that I was looking for that NPC. I remember I stopped and I restarted that hunt a few times. And like I said, I ended out with like 2 shiny Skiddos or Skidoos. I don't know how you pronounce them because I pronounce them in 2 different ways. And like 2 shiny Flabébés before I fully got like the shiny Pikachu to actually show up. And that was like with several hunts that were like several hours deep. So Saturday is gonna be really fun. Saturday is gonna be more of the sheep downward spiral. What'll be really funny is like if I warm up stream on Saturday and suddenly we're like maybe 2 reruns in, suddenly there's this little pink floof just sitting there waiting. That will be like absolute streamer luck that happens. Just like suddenly random pink floof. The little pink wool buddy. So, out of curiosity, anyone else have like a shiny Pokemon they actually like? Me personally, I am always forever a fan of shiny Sylveon. Mostly because I am a Sylveon liker. I have always enjoyed Sylveon. And I like the transition from pinks to blues in Sylveon. It always just looked very natural and very pretty. But the one I really don't like, let's see. I'm gonna say it. I forget what it's called, but it's either the major Pokemon that can evolve at like level 60. That's a bit of a wide scope. Normally gold and black, but it's shiny and black. Normally gold and black, but it's shiny as black. Normally gold and black, but the shiny is black. Ooh, that's a... Gold and black, huh? I'm trying to think. Gold and black. Gold and black. I'm thinking, when you say gold and black, I'm thinking of Umbreon, but Umbreon's shiny is blue and black. So level 60. Hands on hind leg, it's either a bug or a dragon. Oh wait, 60. My Pokemon memory must be failing me. I was curious, do you think you can narrow down the gen for it? Or do you think you can narrow down the gen on it? Okay, I'll go find out because it's bothering me now. That's fine. Yeah, it's like even my memory is failing me. Because if it's like a dragon or some kind of like legendary, I'm probably a little blank on. I think one of my least favorites is honestly going to be... It's going to compact a lot of Pokemon, at least from the previous versions. Basically, any Pokemon that barely looks like it changed a shade are like on my top list of, nah, And I know why apparently some of those shinies are what they are. Because apparently it's not the issue of the shiny being the problem, it's the base colors that were the issue. Because when they went from like 2D pixel art to 3D models, I think apparently something must have changed with their hex codes. Haxorus! Okay, yeah. Haxorus one is cool. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Haxorus. Yes, now that makes a lot of sense. I am surprised because Haxorus is a really cool one. I'm surprised I couldn't remember that one. But yeah, for me, the least favorite is like anything where the shade generally barely changes and you can barely tell there's a difference. Unless you had the shiny sparkles to indicate, hey, there's a shiny one over here. No, some of them are a little bit more visible now. Black Rayquaza is also a close second, but it's like a dragon that's entered its second phase. Honestly, Mega Rayquaza is an awesome, like, shiny, I think. Rayquaza's got a good one, but Mega Rayquaza is even better. Shiny Mega Rayquaza is on a top tier for me. Pink little sheepies. You want to know something? If I was to ever do like a shiny tier list, if I ever did like a shiny tier list, you want to know what would be very funny and probably like the most easy ones to know which ones are going to be on the bottom of the tier. A lot of them would probably be the green ones, and then a lot of the ones that barely change colors. But that would be a lot of Pokemon art to gather, by the way. Someone's proposed a theory there's no Primal Ray because he never left his prime. Ha! That's actually funny. Yeah, Primal Rayquaza never existed because he's never had to be primed to begin with. Because he's always been in space. Snoozing away, protecting it from Deoxys. I know the movie's not canon, but Rayquaza versus Deoxys will never not be an interesting, like, concept. I probably need to check up on the roof again. Because once in a while, it's always the roof that seems to, like, take away the chances. Nope, just bad rolls. Yeah, let's take a little look on the roof. Take a little look-see on the roof. La 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 la. If I had enough money to pay for outfits, I would be changing my outfits to like ritualistically. The movie might not be canon, but similar event is. It's one of the games where you ride Ray into battle Deoxys. Yeah, that is the Alpha Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and I believe that was actually a free DLC update for post-game, I believe. Do not take my words as gospel. It is probably not real. Pardon. Pardon me. I am sounding like I'm getting sleepy. I'm trying to get back into my original sleeping habits, so that way I'm not like... So that way I'm getting like my usual sleep patterns back into normalcy. Because it's only gonna be a matter of time before everything's gotta go back again to a normal thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was a timed event. You had to log in between X date and Y or it's gone forever. God, that stinks, but yeah. You know what would be very funny? If I did have a secondary Switch and we were doing this, why is there suddenly like this weird vibe to be like, I would play Pokemon, if Pokemon Channel was available, I put like Pokemon Channel in the corner, sort of like Subway Surfers while we were doing this. They did that with Silver and Platinum too. Didn't get those games till a year after they came out. Missed the DLC. I only have a very faint memory of the Zora event for Black and White. And that one, I believe you actually had to go into a game store and like go and get the download or something for it. I forgot how that worked. Oh, yeah. Remember you had to go to the GameStop to get that. To get the metal version. These sheeps are not shining, chiefs. These sheepies are not on the shiny. I would have laughed if I turned a corner and suddenly, because of the way that pillar was blocking everything, that would have been like funny as hell. I turn around, I don't hear it at first, and then suddenly there's just like this big pink ball of floof. Nope. God, could you imagine if that's what happened? Just giant big ball of fluff. But yeah, I feel like I am definitely like brought back to my early days when I shiny hunted on streams, where it was just like, depending on the day, there were sometimes like there would be no results and other days would be like massive results. And then we have like last minute ones that just show up right before I'm ending stream. And suddenly everything just changes. Like, oh, okay. Now you choose to show up in like the last 2 minutes. Although I don't think anything will beat the shiny Carnivine in Arceus. Let's be absolutely for real. Nothing will beat the Arceus shiny for the Carnivine when I essentially Skyrim jumped around the sides of a small cliff just to get the one Carnivine shiny, because immediately my brain heard it and I ran to it. No questions asked. I heard the sound and I was already off and running. I think that clip is actually saved. It was just funny. All I remember is just like very vaguely like Skyrim jumping on the side of a small like little cliffside. Just in order to get up there, because I was like in full mode. I need to get this, otherwise I'm going to lose the opportunity. And I think that one was actually on the team for a long time too. I think he still is. Wasn't even an alpha either. It was just a normal shiny Carnivine. You know, I think there's only... I will say this. I said this before whenever we were trailing along through Scarlet and Violet. If there's one big thing I wish they would ever bring back to a game, I would love for them to bring back Pokemon contests. Or do something similar like how they did in the X and Y anime, which was the showcase events. I thought the showcase events that were displayed in the anime were actually like really fun. I weirdly missed them. I was always a bit of a contest enjoyer, and it's like, could you imagine if they actually ran like little contest events where you're using the Legend ZA, where you're using like the Legend ZA thing, which is like the real-time counteracting, and you're also like appealing to judges. I think that would actually be really cool. Just collecting those stickers on Pokeballs. Yeah, I miss that too. I miss the capsules. I miss those so much. I wish they would bring that back, because it's like that was like the most fun way to customize your Pokeballs anytime. Besides the actual like entry sparkles, you added like the little extra ribbons. God, those were fun. They're in BDSP, but they're only in the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum series. And it's like, dang, those would have been fun to bring back. Those are like the best like QOL ever, because you could do just about anything. But yeah, I miss the beauty pageants. I really do. The black and white one was not very good. Like, the stage show was not as good. I liked it when you could actually like win ribbons for contests properly. And of course, you know, back in that one, that's where Milotic was used as like the biggest beauty contender. But to get that, you have to get a Feebas, and to get a Feebas, you had to like get very lucky and fish in this one particular spot. Get it, and also make sure it can consume until all of its beauty is maxed out. And I think it's also a trade evo too. I forgot how it worked. All I remember, it was very difficult to get Milotic to shine, or to like Feebas to even evolve into Milotic. Anyways, oddly enough, I still have like those Milotic plushies on my throne still available. Also, when I brought up the whole thing about the Nendoroid of Aventurine, I went on Good Smile to see if they had any more. They were all sold out of the Aventurine Nendoroid, and I was actually kind of disappointed. I was like, oh. My Aventurine won't get... My Aventurine Nendo is not there anymore. I'll have to wait until like they put it back in stock, maybe. I said it was a printing operation. The printing operation is technically on hold for at least like a little bit, because right now it's just way too cold to send the prints outside to cure properly. While I have a curing machine, it doesn't seem to be as strong as I want it to be to, you know, cure properly. But I do have a few things I can print. I think once everything settles down for like spring and summer, I'll probably be printing a little bit more often again. I miss doing that. I probably have my little cheat sheet. I have my little cheat sheet tucked away somewhere so I can remember how all my settings were. I still have all the printed pieces of Ratio still sitting in my closet. I haven't taken them out yet because I got distracted by half a dozen of other things. Oh yeah, speaking of like odd things, I am curious because I've seen the rise in the GOG focus with your avatar lately. Would anyone ever be interested in a stream like that? Where maybe I'm doing like a writing stream or something and you guys are just there to kind of like focus and do other like work tasks or something while we just sit and chill. It's kind of like essentially a working stream. And you wouldn't have to really fully work. You could literally be doing just about anything, but I would probably at least call for like a couple of minutes of break just to make sure, you know, you're all stretched and you're hydrated, all that kind of good stuff. I've seen Yumiko use it, and I've seen Zone also use it, and I'm just like, that seems like a fun thing to do once in a while. Just do fun, like, little work streams. And maybe, if all goes well, because I am apparently a person of many different creative things she wants to do, I might even share one day some solo D&D notes as time goes on. And by solo D&D, I mean that in the most literal sense possible. Where essentially I'm just like writing my own story in my head with just some extra D&D steps and bookkeeping. There's a lot I want to do. I just need to reorganize my time again. And I have a feeling that I'm probably going to get like a lot busier in time. I just have a feeling I'm definitely gonna get like a lot busier in time. I think I'm losing my voice. I'll do like a couple more checks and then I'll probably wrap up for the day because I'm getting a little on the tired side. Let's do a few more check rounds just to make sure. We'll probably pick this back up again like on the Saturday and hope for the best. And then now I can put like Mareep maybe on the list. Maybe put Mareep on the thumbnail this time. Excuse me. Oh, Mareep. Why don't you shine for me, Mareep? No. I didn't get shiny at all today. All of my focus was on the Mareep. But it's fine. Like I said, I kind of knew going into this. Especially with a challenge mode as it is, was going to end up being like a little tricky to deal with. Fortunately got dips. Have a good one. Happy New Year. Happy New Year! Yeah, because I'll be seeing you guys on the 2nd of January when I'm all back and I'm less boozed up, probably. Let's do like a handful more checks and then I'll probably wrap up for the day because I am getting a little steepy. 1 Mareep, 2 Mareep. I feel like I'm back on Pokemon Channel where that was like a focus channel or something where you were actually like counting sheep and the Pikachu actually fell asleep. I remember faintly. Like, it never worked on me. Counting sheep never really worked. But we'll definitely pick this back up again on Saturday when we're definitely like a little bit busier. I just wish I could turn on some other like other side things. But I don't know how to get the Switch 2 to have different audio set up so I can have like YouTube playing silently in the background while we're just kind of chilling and doing this. But I don't know. I wish I did. Okay. I think about like 2 more maybe. 1, We'll do three more checks. We'll do one more of the basic one, and then the other one we'll start from the front and work our way to the back. Okay. Then we'll start from the front of the wild zone and we'll work our way back. Come on. I feel like this is definitely the case of the shiny was a bust. Not to say it won't be there, but I will say this one was probably a thorough bust. I need to come up with a shiny hunt ritual, I believe. I need to come up with like a proper shiny hunting ritual. Maybe we'll get to the days where we just like start stacking a whole bunch of things on here. What are the odds in this one again? It is 1 in 4,096. And I genuinely don't know how many... Easy Pidgey. Pidgey? Well, that's what the shiny hunting is all about, I suppose. Let's see, is that the back or is that the front? That is the back. Yep, okay. I mean, that's what the shiny hunt is all about. It's all about the journey, no matter how long it takes, I guess. Just kind of walking around a little bit, just getting the legs a good stretch. Oh. One more check, and then I'll probably wrap up because... Yeah. Alright. Alrighty. It looks like the Mareep has chosen... Nothing has chosen to shine today. Like I said, oh well, it's the name of the Shiny Hunt game, I suppose. It is the name of the Shiny Hunt game, and that's all there is to it. But yeah. I'm gonna wrap up for the day here. Sorry if it wasn't, like, completely crazy. I was really hopeful that we would have gotten the Shiny Mareep, like, quite literally early, but maybe I was a little overconfident with it. Tomorrow, Saturday will be a different day. I feel it's interesting being back in shiny hunting and just using it as an excuse to, like, just chat. But yeah. I'm tired. I'm gonna go rest my voice up a little bit. And I will see everyone for Saturday for, like, the last day of this little experimental week for Pokemon Legends ZA Shiny Ring Challenge, just to see if it all goes well. But yeah. I will see you all Saturday. Have a good rest of your night, and have a good new year, be safe, and all that good stuff, okay? Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye! Bye-bye! No worries. Bye-bye.